The aim of the experiment is Science Center. The main aim of this experiment is measure the taper angle of solid conical work specimen using Science Center. Then equipments are used to measure the angle are Science Center, slip gauge, set, dial indicator, bevel protractor, digital vernier caliper, surface table and specimen. So these are the operators we are using to find the angle. Then we will move on to the tabular column. This is the tabular column. So first column is having a serial number, second column specimen. So which type of specimen you are using, that specimen sketch you need to draw. The third column, angle measured by direct linear measurements. So for this we have a formula, that is tan theta is equal to d1 minus d2 divided by 2l. So d1 means that is the largest diameter you can see in the workpiece. So which one is the largest diameter? This side is the largest diameter, that is a d1, and d2 is the smallest diameter, and this side I am showing with the help of the finger, and divided by 2 into L. L is the length of the tapered workpiece, that is the L. By using the formula, first you find out the angle, and then again by using the bevel protractor find out the angle of given workpiece. Then at the last use the angle by using the Science Center. So to find out the angle we have a formula, that is sin theta is equal to h2 minus h1 divided by L, or capital H divided by L. So capital H is nothing but is the height of the slip gauges. The L is the length between the roller centers. So that is the formula we have to find out the angle. So now we will explain how to conduct the experiment by using the Science Center setup.
See, this is the Science Center setup. We have two centers, dead centers. In between the centers we are going to fix the specimen, and we have two standard rollers. The center distance between the two standard rollers is 200 mm. So there are Science centers are there. We are having a 150 length, 250, 300, but we have only 200 mm center distance. First we have to measure the diameter, smaller diameter and the bigger diameter by using vernier caliper, and also the length of the specimen. So we have to cross multiplication. For this much of length, what will be the difference in diameter? We have to find out like that. So if you the distance is say x mm. So what about for 200? For this distance the difference in diameter is x. What about for 200? We have to find out like this. So after getting the answer, we have to build using slip gauges. So this is the specimen. So the maximum diameter is 29 mm, minimum is 24, the length is 73 mm. So we have to find out the difference in diameter at one side. So that is 29 minus 24 divided by 2 into 73. 73 is the length of the specimen into 200. 200 will be the center distance between the Science Center. So it gives 5 by 146 into 200. It gives the height of the slip gauge is 6.84 mm. So we have to build 6.849 mm by using slip gauges. Fixing the specimen in between the two centers like this, and build the slip gauge height of 6.84 mm. So 6.849 mm means 1.009. It gives 0 48.5. So again 1.4 you have to take. So again 1.8, so 3 mm. So I have to take 1.009, 1.04, 1.8 and 3 mm. By building all these four, we'll get 6.84 mm. 1.009, 1.04, 1.8, and then 3 mm. So build all these three. This is called ringing of slip gauges. Building one above the slip gauges known as ringing of slip gauges. Now keep this slip gauge below on the roller. Okay, take this dial indicator. So build the required height by using slip gauges and keep the slip gauges below one roller and take the dial indicator. You keep the dial indicator at the end point and make it 0. So move the dial indicator towards bigger diameter like this. Now find out the difference in height. It is 0.24 mm. It is 0.24 mm. So now it is 0. If you move the dial indicator towards bigger diameter at the center, exactly at the center, it gives 0.24 mm. 0.24 mm is the difference. So again you have to 6.84 mm. You build the height 6.84 mm by using slip gauges. You keep the slip gauges below one roller and take the dial indicator. Keep the dial indicator knob or plunger at the smaller diameter side and make it 0 like this. Okay, then move the dial indicator towards the bigger diameter exactly at the axis like this and find out the difference in height. It gives 2.4 mm, 2.5 mm, sorry, 2.5 mm. Sorry, 0.25 mm, 0.25 mm. So for this 73 mm length, the difference after keeping the slip gauges below the roller, we will get 0.2425 mm, 0.25 mm difference. So for this length, 73 mm length, for this 73 mm length, The difference is 0.25 mm. What about for 200 mm? So we have to again calculate by using cross multiplication. You add whatever the answer you will get, you add to the initial dimension 6.84 mm. Again you build by using slip gauges. By using the dial indicator, you have to make sure this top surface of the specimen parallel to the surface plate, parallel to the surface plate. So until getting 0, I mean parallel, this surface, the parallel to the surface plate, we have to build by using slip gauges. When finally we got 0, 0, minimum diameter and maximum diameter, so that will be the H. By using sign formula, we have to find out the angle of this given specimen.
From the experiments, so you got D1, D2 and L. So now substitute the values in the formula and get the answer. There is a theta. And then also by using the bevel protractor, find the angle, cross check the angle whether we have done correct or not. And then the last again you need to find out the theta by using the sine center. For that you have a formula, that is a capital H divided by L. So capital H, you know that sine height, slip gauges height, and then L is the length between the roller center, that is 200 mm, and height, you know that is a height of the slip gauges. Now find out the answer and fill in the tabular column.